Good morning. This is a walk-in freezer. I replaced this compressor, I don't know, a few months ago. Oh, short to ground. So walk-in freezer, liquid injector, kind of funny setup, but they called last night and the owner's very around and involved. And he said that it was short cycling, that up here on the roof. He said the fans were coming on. That the fans and compressor was cycling on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. So the assumption was that we would be low on gas since the fans were running, right? We weren't off on a high pressure system. I'm the only one here. I can't get inside at this location, but currently my only assumption has to be that it's satisfied, because the solenoid's closed inside. So either the thermostat has no power or she's satisfied. And my unit has power because I can bump my contactor and she runs. But I can't do anything because the solenoid downstairs is closed. But also just skimming through, right? So when I change this compressor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are my connections. Everything is real dry and dusty up here. And to be honest, everything is real dry and dusty at all my connections too. So I don't see an immediate like, oh no, because obviously I'm like, man, really? This thing, I pulled a good vacuum on it, so it didn't have a leak at the time. But stranger things. So I'm gonna soap it up. I'm actually going to, I'm going to kill this. I'm going to use my gauges to equalize pressures. Put a little pressure on the low side. And I'm going to soap everything up, see what we can see here. All right, so come with us on the journey. This is also why I shoot videos, is because there's no better accountability on both directions. All right, why is there's like a hair? I have sheep dogs, or I have herding dogs. So there's hair on everything all the time. That is not... Right, this would have been the suspect one for me. It was odd. But I can tell you, and you can see, I don't need to tell you, no leaks, man. No leaks, no leaks, no leaks. It should kick on now. It's not going to stay on because it's going to pull down and shut down on low pressure, as it should. All right, our favorite controller. So it's off currently, which is funny because it's freezing in here. It says it's 125 degrees. We've got E1, A1, A4. So A1 is high temperature. A4 or A5, whatever it was, I don't even remember now, was probe fault, and E4 is room temperature probe fault. So I put a new temperature probe. We're going to be on a couple minute delay. This unit has, I think it said a 4-minute delay in the book. I was just looking at it online. So she's going to sit in the off position for a little bit, and then she's going to kick in to cooling mode. Hold the door open to raise the box temp. All right. So she woke up. We got a clear sight glass. Pressures are fine. So this is not an installation issue. It's not a refrigerant issue. They're having more temperature sensor problems. There's a kit. I know when I was here the first time, they had a bad temperature probe I replaced. Now they've got another one. Those probes get weird at all. Remember, this thing has an AXV, well, an electronic, I'm sorry, it has an electronic expansion valve. So you set the superheat, and it's using a suction pressure transducer, which would be good to go down and check to see what it says. We can do that through the screen, I'll show you. A suction pressure transducer telling you the pressure inside the evaporator, and then it also has a temperature probe, and so it's using that to dial in superheat. So why would it have been short cycling? Trying to dial in superheat, it's definitely not going to mess with the solenoids, but having bad temperature probes is definitely a thing. Stand by. To the monitor screen. Let's go to suction. SST. I'm pretty sure that's the suction temperature at the coil. Yep. And then this is going to be my suction pressure. So yeah, 42 or 42. So that's correct. So I just want to get some more room probes, or some more temperature probes, and I think that'll solve the problem. The transducer's reading okay, and the temperature's reading okay. Again, you're -10 down here, you're -3 up on the roof. Degrees, that is. As I'm buttoning this up, there's no air coming out of this exhaust hood, just none. And you open it up, look at the belt. Talk about some belt flexion. Right. I'll be able to do much of this with one hand. So I've tracked these bolts. So now that should move over. Hung up a little bit. Here's where no good deed will go unpunished. Look at this motor. That is not supposed to do that. I shut it off so I could actually put proper tension on it, but I'll tell you what, if I put proper tension on it, that motor's gonna break. So, I was just putting it back where it goes, to be honest. It's not aligned very well either, but whatever. Look at this exhaust hood. I don't know if you saw it, but look, this exhaust hood, it's not what I'm here for. But the belt's super loose. That's not the problem. The problem is the motor's broke loose on the inside. Right, and have nothing to do with the fans. If I fire up the motor, shaft move, rut-row. All right, bringing her up to speed actually gives the motor the best chance. I'm running the least amp draw right now, and I'm running under amps. So she's moving some air, she's good, but I wouldn't shut this thing down. I'd leave this thing running until we get that motor replaced.